Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our regular Wednesday night call. Just going to wait a couple of minutes here to see if a few more people. Yep, a few aren't. So welcome, everybody. My name is Nicole Dennis, and together with my husband, Justin, I am very blessed and grateful to be an Ambassador Diamond with ASEA. All this means is that I've helped a lot of people by sharing ASEA's incredible breakthrough products and amazing opportunity with them. So tonight I'm going to give you a short overview of ASEA. It's going to take around 20 to 25 minutes. And if you have any questions, I invite you to click the Q&A and post your questions there, and I will answer them at the end of the call. All right, so we'll get straight into it. On this slide here, you can see the words "see a breakthrough," and ASEA really is a phenomenal breakthrough. And you can see health and wellness, athletes, beauty, anti-aging, time and money freedom. So if any of these areas interest you, ASEA can help and provide a solution for you in all of these areas. So why are you here? Why are you here tonight? Did someone invite you here to hear about this? I want you to think about what you're here for. Do you need support with a health challenge, or perhaps someone that you love and care about needs support with a health challenge? Do you want to live younger longer? Do you want to maintain excellent health and vibrancy and vitality as you age so you can get more out of life? Or are you looking for additional income and lifestyle? So whichever of these applies to you is totally fine. It might be more than one. And just think about these questions and reflect on them as we go through this presentation. So I'm going to share a little bit about my background and my story with you. So I had fatigue issues for a really long time, for 25 years, since I was 13. I spent huge amounts of money on my health. And because of this challenge, I just felt I wasn't able to live to my highest potential. Now, when ASEA came along and I started to take it, I didn't understand what it is. I hadn't even seen a short presentation like this. I just trusted someone. I started to drink it. Those fatigue issues that I'd had for such a long time resolved in just 3 weeks. And this really sparked mine and my husband's interest to really investigate it further. And we've just seen incredible miracle results with people introducing these incredible molecules into their life. So my business life before I came to ASEA, because my husband and I now that's what we do, is we just do ASEA. I had a successful consulting business that I established at the age of 27, working in project management. And I loved this. I loved a lot of the stuff I did, but it just wasn't allowing me to meet the freedom that I wanted in my life. I was at the beck and call of my clients, had often very long hours to meet deadlines because of the nature of project management work. Like, you know, sometimes there's deadlines, they can't be moved. So you've got to work really long hours, did more than a few all-nighters in my time. And I wasn't totally in control of what I did with my time. And I also had a long commute to work sometimes, which I didn't to spend time with clients. You know, sometimes that would involve getting on a plane for a 2.5-hour flight to go and like spend the day with clients. So chewed up a lot of my time. I just had lifestyle aspirations that I wanted more freedom. I didn't want to work so many hours a week. I just wanted to create more space in my life. So our life now looks very different. So I've, got amazing health now, thank you to ASEA, but we've also really harnessed the opportunity of ASEA, and we've created an incredible multiple six-figure residual income, which replaced my income from a very lucrative previous business. We've also been able to be stay-at-home parents. We have a baby girl, she's 19 months old. You can see her in some of the photos there. We have new friends and community all over the world, which is just amazing. And we really do have time freedom and location freedom. So today I actually took the day off. I went to book club, I went and did some shopping, I caught up with some girlfriends, had afternoon tea with another girlfriend, and then today I've just come home tonight and I'm just sharing this information with you that are on this call. So really I do get to choose what I want to do now. So our life is very different. We have to do fun things like water skiing with our friends in America, and we often go out for a walk. This is where we live on beautiful Bribie Island. We often go out walking in the mornings and things like that. And this bottom photo on the right is a trip that ASEA paid for us to go on, an incredible trip to Mexico. We've been on many trips with ASEA, So yeah, really incredible. You can really transform your life. And in a few short years ago, our life was very different. In 2012, we had a health food store. My husband had a health food store and we had to close it and he had to go bankrupt and massive financial losses. So, you know, we have been through a lot of challenges to get where we are now. So I invite you to consider what your story could be. You can transform your life if you make a decision. You can transform your health, your well-being, your finances, your community. There's a lot of things that you can transform in your life if you make the decision to do that. So I want to cover off a little bit about ASEA products for those that are here to learn about it. So what ASEA's flagship technology is Redox. And what is it? It's cell signaling molecules. They tell our cells how to talk to each other so that they do what they should be doing. So it's absolutely phenomenal. What does it do? It tells our cells what to say. It actually turns on our genes in a positive way. Proven to do this. And this is really important to have our genes expressing in the way they should. Why do you need it? Each and every one of us, our cells are breaking down every day. As we age, this is happening more. And in this modern world, we're also exposed to a lot of toxins and pollutants and things like that. And they are really impacting us, our health and well-being. So we really need to do additional things in this day and age to support our health and well-being. So people often ask, oh, well, will it help me with, and you can insert whatever you want in there. So redox molecules regulate every system of the body. They work at the cellular level. So everything in our body has cells, right? The cardiovascular system, respiratory, on and on. Everything has cells. So if it has cells, well, Redox can help those cells work more effectively. So ASEA's, in its flagship technology, there is the liquid, and you can take that internally from the inside out. And then they also have two topical products, Renew 28, a revitalizing Redox gel, and Renew Advanced Serum. So these two products, the Renew is the one that people mostly use. The serum is a lot more concentrated. There's also some complementary beauty products, which are amazing, and some complementary wellness products. ASEA has brought out its first whole food micronutrient formula. And I know a lot about this because my husband sold millions and millions of dollars worth of supplements and vitamins in his health food store. And when you are in that kind of environment, you get to know the very dirty secrets of the nutrition industry. And most of what you buy in the stores is absolute rubbish. 90% of ascorbic acid coming into Australia at the time that we had the store, which is vitamin C, was made from genetically modified corn in China. I would suggest that's probably not something you want in your body. So this, before ASEA brought out this supplement, we were actually importing our supplements for our personal use from the United States because they have a lot more range in whole food nutritional based supplements, not such a huge range of that in Australia. But this is just a phenomenal product. It's like literally my hair is growing faster since I started taking it, which is pretty amazing. I've like really noticed a difference. So what are experts saying about ASEA's flagship technology? Anne-Louise Gittleman, the New York Times bestselling author of more than 30 books, says ASEA, in my humble estimation, is the greatest advance in lifestyle medicine, which harnesses the power of your own body to keep well. Dr. Gary Samuelson is an atomic medical physicist, and he was critical to stabilizing the molecules. And he says this technology has the potential to spearhead the greatest advances in health that we have ever seen. So redox in your genes. So remember I spoke briefly on the other slide about redox in your genes. So it's really interesting. You hear a lot of stuff in the media. You've got this gene and it's going to mean that you're at high risk of this disease, so you've probably heard those kind of things in the media. Now, this makes me really, really cross because it's just not true. We know that you can influence your genes. 95% of your genes are not fixed and you can influence them. It's not what if, you can influence them. Our genes tell our cells what to do, and science shows that lifestyle changes can activate a gene or not. So you can do things to avoid having these health challenges in your life. Now we know that when you take ASEA, it has a 20 to 31% positive increase in gene expression. But this only lasts while you're taking the liquid ASEA. So Dr. Robertson Ward says, I know of no better resource than supplementing redox molecules if we want to impact our cells foundationally. So pretty big statement there, but this can really help your health and well-being. So I'm not one for going into a lot of the science. That's not going to be that kind of a presentation. But if you want to find out about the science, you can visit ASEAscience.com, and lots of information is on there: certifications, research studies, safety studies, the medical board, scientific advisory council. You can just check it all out there. But there is a lot of science behind these products and this technology. Even very well-respected online news sources like the Huffington Post quoting ASEA as one of the 5 emerging technologies in science that will shape our lives in coming years in terms of redox signaling technology. And the only company you can get this from is ASEA. Okay, so I am going to show you some before and afters. So I don't show a lot of science, but I can show you some before and afters because I think a picture is worth 1,000 words. So these pictures are people's results of 28 days using Renew 28. So look at the phenomenal changes. It's like amazing, right? Look at just, what is happening for people. It's really, really phenomenal. So if this is doing this on the outside, if the redox is having this effect just by applying it topically on the outside, what do you think it could be doing on the inside? Well, let's take a look. Thermography is something that measures what's going on inside of your body. It's like a way of mapping. So red is bad. You don't want red. Red is not good. So you can see in all of these pictures, so the redox has been put on 1 to 3 times, and they're 8 to 13 minutes apart. And you can see there's a lot less red, right? Pretty simple. That's like what's going on the inside. So can you imagine if you're using this consistently and not just the gel, and also drinking the redox molecules, what it's going to be doing for your health and vitality and well-being? So I'm going to play you a short video of some other people just sharing their experiences with using ASEA redox products.
How many of you have got a sore neck, or you've got some kind of discomfort going on here? Use the gel 3 times in 5 minutes, and I guarantee you'll be better fast.
I think I've been using the product for 6 weeks, and in that 1 week I had 3 people say to me, have you been to Thailand or something? And I kind of knew that was a polite way of saying, have you had any face work? My son is now a happier person, and he's performing at school at the level he should be.
So with this product, it actually gave me better mental clarity. I was able to survive and make better decisions. And then also my kidneys, after 15 years of being monitored by a specialist, they actually healed up. I thought, whoa, this is pretty amazing.
Within 6 weeks, I had absolutely nothing left of that condition. I could lift my arms up without any discomfort, and I felt alive again.
So I had these health conditions for 20 years where I had very high inflammatory markers, and I would get burning up my esophagus that had a lot of discomfort, and I was on medication for those, and I don't take any of those medications anymore.
Okay, so there's heaps of stories. So you can get back to the person who invited you to this call. They'll be able to connect you with lots of people's different experiences. So now I just want to share a little bit with you about the company, okay, of ASEA and how it came to be. So ASEA was founded by these 2 incredible gentlemen, Virtus Norton and his son Tyler. Now Virtus was hugely successful in corporate America, retired at 56. Before that, he was the vice president of strategy, a $1 billion division of Kraft Foods. Tyler Norton was very successful in the financial services industry. So both these men come from like kind of traditional business, nothing to do with health. But Virtus was sitting on the board in his retirement, as many people that are that successful like that do, of a company that was researching this redox technology. And he knew it was something really special. So he actually bought all of the technology, patents, the research and everything, and he decided he was going to work on this and further develop it. At that point, it wasn't stable. So he was able to work with scientists and stabilize the molecules. So they had a practical application. They could be sent to people and they could take them. And then they gave it to people that were in their community. They gave it to 40 people in their community. And many of these people had very grave challenges. They'd been told, some of them had been sent home and been told there's nothing more that they could do to get their affairs in order and spend what time they had left with their family. So they gave the molecules to these people and they started to get better. They started to improve. They started to get well from drinking these molecules, and they started to tell people and like send them to people that they knew. And there was no labeling, there was no fancy ASEA bottle or anything at this point. So being from traditional business, they thought the way to get a health breakthrough to market was to go to a pharmaceutical company. So they went to one and they offered them huge amount of money. But the condition was that no one could have any more product, and all of the product that was out there had to be recalled. And Virtus knew that some of these people, they just wouldn't be able to make it if they couldn't have access to these molecules. So they decided that they would say no to the money and to the drug company and yes to putting it into the hands of people. So they started to research a way to do that. So Virtus, being a strategist, he looked around and was like, what's the best channel for new customers? Because it's a very unique product. It kind of needs explanation. You can't really put it in a store. And word of mouth is still the most effective channel for new customers. And that's when he knew the only way to bring this and to people was through a direct selling or network marketing model, which is why you've been invited here by someone who cares enough about you to share this with you. So when I first heard about network marketing, I thought it was just for like people that, about the business, like, you know, there was a business opportunity. I only got interested in that kind of after I had an experience with the products. I just thought it was for people who wanted to earn a few $100s or a few $1,000s a month. And I really wasn't interested because I like had a really successful business and I was interested in earning a lot more money than that if I wanted to change. But I did want to change to something. I was always looking for something to provide me more freedom and lifestyle choices and more space in my life to do the things that I wanted to do outside of working. So if you look at all of these industries, the global networking industry is worth $183 billion annually, way more than these mega industries listed at the top here. So it really has huge potential, and we've been able to create a multiple six-figure income in just a few years with ASEA. Now, it took me a lot more years than a few years to create that in my previous career, to create that kind of income. I had to like build up a lot of skills, a lot of knowledge, a lot of contacts, a lot of expertise. So you can do this in a short amount of time. But I'd like to just share with you this short clip of some other people and what the sharing ASEA's products and the income opportunity has meant for them.
Within 3 months of sharing the molecules part-time, I was earning a full-time income. That made a dramatic difference to me.
So after 3.5 years of running my clinic, I actually found I had more money going out than coming in. I was paying my staff more than I was actually able to pay myself. And through this opportunity, I've been able to turn things around. I'm actually paying myself more through my ASEA business than I was able to pay myself in my clinic.
In just 9 months, working around my full-time job and my wife's full-time business, we were able to generate a six-figure residual income.
This opportunity came along, we checked it out, and we've run with it. Since then, our life has transformed.
I'm just so very grateful to Tyler Norton and Virtus Norton for helping create the opportunity that I can contribute to the world in living to my higher purpose, and be able to look at being able to create more loving kindness, inspiration and abundance in the world, as well as great health.
Okay, so people are having incredible experiences from this side of ASEA as well. So when you're looking into a business, and because, you know, I've had a lot of experience in business, and we had a business that didn't go so well, it's really important to look at who's behind the business. So ASEA has been profitable since its first year. They own their own manufacturing facility. They have 12 distribution centers worldwide now. They ship to 30 countries, and they've had growth every single year since they started in 2009. And most importantly, hundreds of thousands of lives have been changed through ASEA's transformational technology. So in summary, we have an incredible discovery that will significantly impact people's health in a positive way. Like, I've just seen so many incredible things. We have a technology that has the entire scientific community buzzing. If you go on and you look up pubmed.gov, which has scientific reviewed articles, there's like literally thousands and thousands and thousands of articles on Redox. And it's in a distribution model that is widely accepted and growing. It's a huge industry, $183 billion a year. And yeah, it's very real, and you can make a profession out of this. So now I invite you to think about, like I asked you to think about what your story could be at the beginning of this presentation. Like, what could your story be? What could your future look like? So I want you to think about, where do you see yourself? Do you see yourself as someone who wants to experience ASEA's products, have the health benefits, and, you know, transform your well-being? Or perhaps you're like, oh, I've thought of a few people who could benefit from this. They could really do with this too. I'd like to share it a bit. Maybe you want to build up a little bit of residual income on the side to help your family to, you know, get some additional things that you would like to have in your life. And so that would be number 2. Or perhaps you see yourself as an entrepreneur. Like, you caught the vision of this. Like, I caught the vision of what this could do for me, for humanity, and for my own lifestyle. And those things don't have to be mutually exclusive, right? You can serve humanity, you can serve people, and create a great life for yourself and your family at the same time. So if you might have caught that, the entrepreneurial vision for ASEA. So I always like to close with this beautiful quote from our founder, Vertus Norton. And he says, "We are all at the start of something big with great purpose. Now is the moment we begin influencing the future. We can change the world." So each and every one of you can have an impact. You can change someone's life. You can change many people's lives. You can change thousands of people's lives. It is up to you how you want to live the rest of your life. Thank you so much. Once again, my name is Nicole Dennis. I don't think I have any questions here. So I will wish you all a good night.